So that would be 4 bullets and then a smaller bullet, right?
Sure. We'll go with that.
All go to the same place, I guess. We'll do it. Hello, you fucks. Welcome to John Solo's Beer Brigade. I'm John Solo. You are not. This is my lovely friend, little Melissa Gramling, and we are here with yet another weekly audiobook romance updates. So we're trying to give you the new releases. I haven't figured out a short way to say that yet. We need to bring that down. It's a very long description of what this show is. How are you, little Alyssa Gramling?
I'm good.
So you were playing a game before we came on. Are you able to tell us what game you're playing and why you lost?
It's a project makeover, and it's like kind of like Candy Crush almost.
What are you making over exactly?
People.
I see. So you put someone up on the screen and then you change their look entirely to make them look more acceptable to you?
Well, acceptable to whoever created the game.
That sounds like fun to say. Are you able to undress them to show weird nipples on the left or anything like that?
No, once they get out of the old clothes, they're in a towel.
I see. So it's slightly pornographic in nature. There's nothing wrong with that. And then you're able to dress them in different clothes, or you just leave them in a towel at that point and you're satisfied.
Sometimes it'll be that way for a while once I get more coins to change their clothes. But yeah.
I see. Well, it sounds like the motivation is really not to change their clothes. It's just to get them into a towel in the first place. But
just make them over, make their house over, and it's a whole thing.
I see. All right. I do not play games on my phone, but I imagine if I would probably still not play that game. But that is, it sounds like it's fun and entertaining. Everybody go check it out. Link in the description below. I'm just kidding. We're not putting that fucking link in there.
Yeah, just put the app on your phone.
Yeah. Anyways, we got a bunch of new releases to go over here this morning.
No.
Well, not as many as last week. Really about...
Or the week before.
Yeah, really about half, but that's all right. We're going to get into it. The first one we had today was Dante. It is Blood Rights Book 1, written by Jay Grain, narrated... Hey, I lost my microphone there. Look at that. Ta-da! Look, there we go. Sorry. Narrated by Lance West. Next, we had...
And then you, until Book 2, okay, by Briar Prescott, narrated by Zachary Johnson.
Then we had Mongrel, Outcast Mates by Lee Colgan, narrated by Tom. Tom, your last name could go a couple different ways. Zadoko, that's one way. Zadoiko, that could be another way. Or Zadokyo, that could be a third way. I'm going to go with the third one, Tom Zadokyo. Then we had...
Favorite, oh my God.
Just say it, gay for pay.
Faye for Pay by Megan Maslow, narrated by Michael Ferriolo.
Yeah.
I can say it. Yeah. I just can't spell it.
You couldn't say the title, but you can say Ferrariolo.
Right.
Ferrariolo. Let's say it that way. Then we had Without Warning, Cobalt Security Book 1 by Reese Knightley, narrated by Declan Winters. Then we had...
Lost in Tydanian, the battle for Hobble something. I can't even say that.
I could probably correct you on some of these, but it's so much fun hearing you and me too mess up these that we just kind of leave them the way it is. I'm going to say Holbatali. No, I'm not.
By Mark Roeder, narrated by Braden Youngberg.
Good. Braden, I'm glad that you went through the pain of pronouncing that. All jokes aside. But anyways, next we had Tyler's Alphas by Drew Hunt, narrated by Chad White. Then,
that's a lot of...
Yeah, well, let me go back here because I wasn't looking at the... Yeah, that's a lot of naked... They can't afford their shirts in a place like that. Don't stress them out too much. At least it was easy to say. Then we had...
Yeah. Single in Savannah, the collection, okay, by Amy Nicole Walker, narrated by Tristan James.
Looks like a bundle to me. Everybody rush out and get that one. Then we had Splintered, Unlucky 13 by Isabel Lucero, narrated by Cooper North and Declan Winters. Then we had
Key Lime Sky by Al Hess, narrated by Curtis Michael Holland.
who was also in The Breakfast Club. Then we had Hot Streak by Beth Bolden, narrated by Darcy Stark. Then we had, good luck with this one,
Doc Tease, Swallow Cove, Book 1, written by DJ Jameson, narrated by Iggy Toma and Alexander Sindis.
I love DJ Jameson, by the way, and that's great. Then we had Earth Boys Are Easy, Villains in Space Book 1 by C. Rochelle, narrated by Gabrielle Michael and Nick J. Russo. Then we had
Bad Pucking Roommate, Colorado Bulldogs Book 3 by Michelle Leonard. Okay. Narrated by Alexander Sindis and Kurt Graves.
Then we had Without Warning, the Cobalt Series Security Book 1, written by Reese Knightley, narrated by Declan Winters. And finally, we had...
Did I put that on twice?
No.
Okay. Persistence of Memory by J.M. Snyder, narrated by Nick Johnson.
I stand corrected, by the way. You did put it on twice, but that's all right because we love Reese Knightley and we love Declan Winters. So there you go. We talked about it twice. Finally, we come to the section everybody's been looking forward to. This is where little Alyssa Gramling tells us what she's been listening to and or reading this week, and she reviews it. And I promise not to say a single word. Here we go.
Oh, I listened to this book, Wild at Heart by Riley Hart and Christina Lee. It was narrated by Cale Williams.
Oh, here we go. Great. Every time Cale drops an audio, I lose my audience. So there's that.
This has been out for a while. I just recently got around to listening to it.
Mm-hmm.
I gave it 4.5 bullets.
So that would be 4 bullets and then a smaller bullet, right?
Sure. We'll go with that.
I'll go to the same place, I guess.
Anyway, I'm just going to wing this because I didn't even have time to write anything. It was a bit of a slow start at the beginning for me, but I continued to listen to it. I mean, it's Cale. I didn't want to put it down. And I really enjoyed it. About 2 cowboys who were together when they were younger, like around 18. And one is a very grumpy guy who doesn't think he needs to have anything.
Like a shirt?
A shirt, a life, anybody, because both of his parents end up dying. And the other guy is just basically, he runs a ranch. There we go. So I wanted to listen to something with cowboys, and I was not disappointed. It was a very good book. I highly recommend this one.
So going back to the towels, did you play the game with, stripping everybody's clothes off in the towel while you were listening to this?
No.
Okay, I'm just because a lot of people multitask when they listen to an audiobook and they'll be doing something else. So that'd be a good...
I was delivering pizzas while listening to this.
There you go. Well, good job. Thank you for putting all this together. Thanks also to all the authors and the narrators that allow us to post these up every week. Congratulations on the new releases for everyone, and especially to Declan Winters and Reese Knightley for releasing it twice. Thank you very much. We will see you next week. Enjoy yourselves.
At a different location.
Oh, that's right. You are traveling next week. So
I will be at your lovely assistant's dining room table.
Ta-da! Remember, no Bob on the recording, all right? That's all I got to say. No Bob.
No Bob.
Yeah. Have fun. Safe travels. See you all next week.